Next topic, discussion board strategies. Our favorite, the discussion board. If you're like me, the discussion board is tricky. What I mean by that is, when I first started online teaching, I would try and respond to all the students, but when they're writing about the same topic and there are 25 students, it's really hard to kind of think of something new 25 different times, right? So here are some tips and tricks that I've used for the past few years to some success that I'd like to share with you. Again, just ideas to share some best practices. I know a lot of you are really active in the discussion board, but let's just talk about why this is important and some ideas. So, just as this presentation you're viewing now, as part of Microsoft Office 365, there's a presentation platform called Sway that I use. I like it because you can easily add YouTube videos, you can easily add photographs and visuals that have been proven to enhance student learning with the click of the button. But if you like PowerPoint, go for it. If you like Prezi, it's whatever you prefer. I just prefer it because it's free and it's in here and it's super easy to use. But I've started using this to respond to discussion boards, and I'll show you what that looks like. So, for instance, my class this term got started, and I recorded a little voice recording of myself, and then each week I'll go through and I'll build this throughout the entire term. So they have kind of a record of our course, and so this course is a survey course of American education and some of the landmark cases. And then I embedded a video there on, this one is on the Common Core standards. So you can see there are a lot of kind of cool things, and then I'll just call the student by their last name and pick a visual which you can easily upload from Bing with a quick search to your presentation. And then I'll do things like try and find a poignant quote or a profound quote that the student said during the week, and add that, and I call that notable quotes. And what happens is really kind of fascinating. Notable quotes ends up being the students. What I've noticed is anecdotally the students' writing gets better because they like to see their name or their work in a quotation and kind of view that as an honor. So I thought that was a really neat thing, and it makes them more thoughtful about what they are, writing. So in that way, it also takes the pressure off me. Again, back to the thinking of 25 different ways to state something, right? Respond to the same prompt or the same student answers on the same topic. But this is just one way that I do it. It's worked for me, and the students have really kind of taken to it. And then again, I insert. You could do whatever you like, but I insert teachable moments. So if there's a common misconception that students have, or they need some to think about, I feel like they need to think about something a little more critically, I bring it up in a teachable moment, and it's very kind of seamless, and it integrates into the whole course well. And then of course we do fun things like kudos. I ask my students, this is one of my students that just graduated with an associate's degree. I'm not sure why the image is sideways. And then I give a little bit about that person. It really builds a sense of community among myself and my students. And again, they really seem to respond to this. And there, the possibilities are endless as to how you could use this. If you don't want to do a presentation each week, and I should mention that it is time consuming at first, I admit that, but I found I can do these faster than I could. Let's say I had 20 students. I can create a presentation for 20 students fast and respond to every single student about 2 or 3 times faster than I could by responding in Blackboard one at a time, if that makes sense. What I'm trying to get at is this: you become very good at creating these presentations after you do it for a while, and it becomes faster. Okay, so whenever you're responding, another couple strategies to think about: target students without a response. Nothing's more frustrating, as I've learned online myself, and nothing was as frustrating as whenever you spend a lot of time crafting your discussion board response and nobody responds to it. You're thinking, is anybody reading this? So target those students without a response. If you're going to go at it the old-fashioned way, where you go into Blackboard and respond to students one at a time. And then, of course, we all know this: add questions to prompt them to further reflect on an idea or concept and build the discussion and try and keep it going. I found this has eliminated also not only, this has eliminated the idea that, oh, the expert has spoken whenever I respond or comment on a post. The expert has spoken, now I'm done for the week. This approach has eliminated that. So some other out-of-the-box ideas. You guys are so creative, but think about that notable quotes thing and give it a shot and see if it works for you. And again, I said it really does improve their writing, at least anecdotally. That's what I've come to see is true. Builds that classroom community. And again, it's easier and faster over time. And there we go. And it acts as a running record of the class. It's something they can take with them. And another strategy that I use with these presentations is word of the week. So at the end of the week when I'm grading, grading the discussion board area, I'll look through all the discussions of the week for the student and think about, okay, do the first look, did they meet the minimum criterion posts, right? And then I'll read through their posts, kind of skim through it really, and look for a common theme that sticks out to me. So the word of the week may be compassionate because a particular student repeatedly wrote about compassion for others in their posts for that week, or whatever the word is, and that would be a word that I would assign to that student. This is another very powerful team building, community building strategy that's worked well and students respond to. They love to see their name and a word associated with it. And then that's basically what I just described. You pick one word or phrase from that student. And I showed you an example. So that's it. And there are, a lot of ways to tackle the discussion board. We can always, kind of get better. This was one of the students, again, that word of the week that I picked passion for her. And then I would go on to tell her why. I picked passion for you because, right? So it's just a motivational tool. And engage. Next, we're going to talk about engaging students. Next video.